Urban Therapy with Sun752 with this shit Daily Go Get'emism number 977 for June 6th, 2000, for June 5th, 2017. So that makes it 976. Yeah, this is video 976. Yesterday was the 4th. And today is... Alright, so we good. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all today about random happiness. Random happiness. That's like a term that you hardly ever hear. And it's a term that we don't get a chance to use enough. And I think that one of the reasons that we don't get to use it enough is because we don't choose to use it enough. Because we don't really look at our experiences with it for what it's worth. You know, so many of our days are spent, stressing, worrying, stressing about bills, stressing about our health, stressing about money, stressing about our family, stressing about our loved ones, stressing about our friends, stressing about our reputation, stressing about our jobs, stressing about our cars, stressing about our homes, stressing about a whole lot of things. And we allow these things to weigh heavily and cloud our ability to get some joy, some satisfaction. And sometimes we forget about some of the random things that make us feel good, and but we never forget to concentrate on all of the things that really get up under our skin, get on our nerves, irritate us, make us feel bad, and things like that. And sometimes those things become a crutch, and we hold on to them really, really tight. And we have to remember to balance things out the same way that nature does. So sometimes we have to remember to pay homage to the things that make us feel good the same way as we will make a lot of conversation for the things that get on our nerves. There are a lot of things that can bring you some random happiness, because when you are really deep inside of your stressful situation, or when you've been staying up for days on end worrying about this, that, and the third, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we're in denial of the fact that we're going through something. We try to handle it on our own. And sometimes because we're so deep into that, we forget about random acts of kindness, random acts of generosity, random acts of just decent behavior that shapes our lives and makes us feel good about life. Sometimes we just forget that these things even happen, because we think that the bad things overshadow the good things. It's like when you watch the evening news or the morning news or the nightly news, whatever. You see so much death, destruction, theft, murder, kill, deception. A bunch of negativity. And every now and then they'll show you a feel-good story, and it makes you feel suspicious about the feel-good story, because it makes you believe that your reality is all steeped in negativity. Now, what made me think about this was I was having a conversation with my brother, my sister-in-law, my dad, and my stepmom yesterday, and we were talking about the way we grew up and some of the lessons that we learned and some of our resistance to things and stuff like that, and how we want to raise our children nowadays, and how we're so overprotective of our children. Many of us are so overprotective of our children that we are afraid to give them a chance to learn and experience for themselves. And we forget about the decency that's in the world. We warn our children about predators. We warn our children about molesters. We warn our children about people who will commit violence against them, against rapists and pedophiles and all kinds of negativity. People who kidnap children, human trafficking, and all that kind of stuff. But we forget about the happiness. We forget about how it feels to come home to some of your pets or whatever. Your dog jumps up on you and tries to lick your face or something like that. Or or if you've ever gone on vacation and let's say you have a cat. And come here. Cats are able to take care of themselves. They're able to go for days without having to have any maintenance. And we forget that they miss us when we're gone. So when you come through that door, they like, yo, what's up, homie? Even though they had enough food to last them for however time that you were gone. So we forget about things like that. And if an animal who can't even speak to you, in a language that you can understand, if they can show appreciation for the way that they feel about you, you know that we as people, we as human beings can do a better job than that. So sometimes somebody might just hold the door for you. Or when you're driving in your car and somebody gives you the right of way. Somebody might get out of your way when you're in a hurry or something. You know how normally when you're in a hurry, you're in traffic and things like that. A lot of times you might have to go to the bathroom. A lot of times you might be running out of gas. A lot of times all kinds of crazy stuff can happen when you're stuck in traffic. And then you just never know. At one time when you're really stuck in traffic and you just had enough. And then somebody just gives you the right way, you're able to get on the off-ramp or whatever and handle your business. Just random acts of kindness. Things that can make you happy. Random acts of happiness. Random happiness. We don't always think about that kind of stuff because we're so busy waiting for the next bad thing to happen. And that's an attitude. And that's an attitude that we carry, and it's hard for us to break out of that. Because we get deeper and deeper into it. And it makes us negative. Even though we're not negative people, it can turn us into negative types of people. So we need to acknowledge the good that's in this world just as much as we acknowledge all of the dangers, all of the muck, all of the mire, all of the bad stuff, all of the negativity. You know what I mean? When you get home, like as a father, I know what it's like to come home and when my daughter is here with me, how she's so happy and to see me and she wants to do something, and it's like it's just a good look. You know what I mean? So hopefully you're hooked up with somebody who really loves you and appreciates you, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you can decompress with. You know what I'm saying? But random acts of random happiness. You know what I'm saying? Everything in this world is not negative. And we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our hearts. We owe it to our psyche not to concentrate on the negativity all the time. It doesn't mean that you are ignoring reality, because negativity is not reality. Balance is reality. The bad with the good. That's reality. We can't give one emotion or one entity all the credit. Ain't that right, kitty cat? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, try to practice that in your lives is what I would suggest. If you would like somebody to do something nice for you, practice doing nice things for other people. It doesn't have to be anything big. You know that it's the small gestures that really weigh heavily on people. Like I said, open the door for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Present somebody with a lollipop. You'd be amazed. They'd be like, especially y'all women, you know how y'all like to eat and shit. You know what I mean? Give them a piece of chocolate and it's just like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to diss. I'm just telling the truth. Y'all know it's the truth. Y'all see a piece of chocolate, it'd be like, yo! The gates of heaven are open. Well, anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about for y'all today, man. Random acts of happiness. Random happiness. You know what I mean? Start practicing that, and believe me, it'll start practicing on you. And that's all I wanted to say. I ain't even want to say nothing else. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, random happiness. Get some of that into your life. Start giving that to somebody else. You know what I mean? Get creative with it. You don't have to do a whole lot. You don't have to spend any money. And if you do spend some money, you don't have to spend a whole lot. It's just a little something that makes somebody happy. You can do that with a text message. You can do it with a text message. You can do it with man, you know what I mean? Just offer to rub somebody's back. Offer to play in their hair if they don't have a weave or whatever. If their hair is natural, whatever, can't nobody resist somebody playing in their scalp. That shit that'll tear down the biggest thug in the world. Find yourself a black man and grease his scalp if he still has hair. And if he don't have hair, rub on his bald head. Trust me, things are gonna be alright. Everybody can use a massage every now and then. Anyway, The Daily Go Getimism Show. The Daily Go Getimism Show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/sun752. Peace. Peace. And I holler back. I holler back at y'all. Alright, y'all. Random acts of happiness, baby. Random happiness. Yeah.